guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Elaine. I'm super excited that you're joining me. I hope that you're doing very well. I hope that the recipes I am introducing, that's including gluten-free, sugar-free, are very helpful for your diet. I have received a comment about not using oils in recipes. Unfortunately, today, the recipe that I'm sharing, the cracker has oils in it. So this won't meet that bill, but I have that in mind. My brother is another one who's also no oil. So I will do my best to try to keep those things in mind for some of the recipes as they come. This recipe is coming to you for game day as a dessert that is super quick and easy that you can share with your team as you guys watch the Super Bowl. This is a recipe that my son has been begging me to make for about, honestly, I think it's been about a year. And I haven't. So every time a dessert comes out, Mom, Eclair, Mom, Eclair. So I asked, what do you want for the Super Bowl, Mom? An Eclair. So that's what I'm making today. So the recipe that I used to make years ago included pudding that, this is a vegan brand of pudding, but it does have 24 carbohydrates and 17 sugars. The very first ingredient in it is sugar. So that means it's comprised heavily, or the first largest ingredient is sugar. So that's going to react in your body with inflammation and all the havoc that sugar brings along with it. So the one I'm using for this recipe is going to be a sugar-free pudding. And this will be my first time trying it. It does list a natural flavor, which they indicate is vanilla. So, okay, we'll see how it goes. I've not tried it. I don't know what the taste is going to be like. I can tell you my son is a little sad that I am not opting for this. But Super Bowl kind of came up on me a little quickly. I have been looking into creating my own pudding, like from scratch. And should that come about, I will definitely share that recipe with you. And also I've been trying to figure out the graham cracker and trying to make it gluten-free, sugar-free. And we'll see how that goes. So maybe I might be making this recipe down the road without reaching for shelf ingredients, which would be great. And this also utilizes a whipped frozen topping that's vegan, and I feel like it's basically just chemicals. So I also have it in my brain that I've been working on a potential possibility with that, and I've not tried it. So there could be a whole new recipe for this, down the road. Of course, desserts don't come to mind for me all the time. So unless someone writes a comment or my son keeps bugging me to make this, it might force me to really come up with a solution that could be heart healthy for all of us. I also would like to comment on not only the puddings, but also the graham crackers. So I researched and did find this Simple Mills graham cracker. And it is a smaller cracker. My son is kind of disappointed that I'm not using regular graham crackers. So what I told him I'd do is I'd split it in half so he could see that this one works okay. And I will make half of it using his favorite graham cracker, which is Annie's. And actually, and looking at both of the ingredients to like side by side, Annie's does have lower fat. It does have more fiber. So while this one has 1 gram of fiber, this one has 2. So that's actually going to be a little bit better as I calculate net carbs. I know some people just subtract it. I kind of do this division to let me know if it's okay. Both of these in my book are not okay to eat. So this is not going to be part of my weight loss foods. It's going to be a part of my gluten-free, I would say sugar-free, but we're using coconut sugar in this one. And this one is using cane sugar, so not sugar-free. So This is not a recipe that I will promote for losing weight. It's just a twisting of the arm from my son. And so I am making it for him for game day. And, you know, those of you who don't care about sugar watching and all of that, this may be a recipe that you enjoy as well. So let's take a look at the ingredients on the countertop as to what we are using today. And we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is my first time utilizing this type of pudding. It is a sugar-free pudding. I'm going to be using it in conjunction with nut milk. And I am just going to follow the instructions that they have on the back side of this. And if you are using whole milk, it does indicate to use 2 cups per container of whole milk. And if you're using a substitute milk, it does suggest reducing the milk down, and it reduces it down 3/4 of a cup. So in my measuring cup here, I have 2.5 cups of milk, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my bowl. And since I am not using a clear bowl for you to see in, why don't you come closer and take a look inside the bowl? Okay, so we have our 2.5 cups of milk in the bowl, and we are going to add in our packet. They do indicate that you can mix this with a whisk or with like an electric beater. I no longer have a handheld electric blender, so we will just use a whisk. If you want to mix this with like a stand mixer, I'm certain you could do that. They do indicate mixing on slow speed. So we're just going to take our whisk and we're going to just whisk this together for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm thinking that that is pretty good. I did stir it for about that 3 to 5 period time. I'm then going to, it reads to let it set for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to let that set, and then we're going to add our Cool Whip into it and give that a stir. While we're waiting for it to set, let's go ahead and do the graham crackers. We're going to have our sugar side over here and our kind of watching gluten over here. Having to have reduced the milk in the pudding, it makes me wonder if I should have included 3 boxes of pudding to make sure that we have enough of the filling, but I'm really not wanting to make this so yummy that it's going to make me think I missed something. So just as it turns out will be a-okay with me. Okay, so my son will complain that that's not enough, but that's how it kind of measures out. So let's see how these guys work. And these are going to be a smaller square or a diamond pattern, and we'll just try to do a really unique little pattern with them to cover this area. Okay, I guess I'll be fair on this side. Let's see if we can get these guys to fit together. Okay, so right off the bat, I think Annie's is going to kind of fill in a lot more quickly than the Simple Mills brand. I did buy an additional box of these guys, so we'll see how many boxes of these, if you want to go with this, how many you will need. And then also, you may not want this large of a dessert. So we'll also take a look at that as well. Let's bring back our pudding and our whipped topping. So our pudding has sat for about 5 minutes, and that was perfect timing for getting that first row of graham crackers into our dish. So we're now going to take our thawing whipped cream, and we're going to get this into our pudding. Okay. Once we get that blended, we're going to take about half of this. So in your mind's eye, just trying to determine half of that mixture coming out. And then we're just going to smooth this. It looks like the Mills crackers have a little bit of movement, you know, being smaller pieces, but I think they're gonna do the job just the same. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we will continue with our second layering. Okay, then we will add our final and now we will finish the top. So if I wanted to piece this together with the broken ones, I could do that for the top, but I'm going to open my third and final box that I bought of the crackers on this side. And so this could potentially be, I believe these crackers are more expensive than the Annie's, but this could potentially be 6 boxes, 5 or 6 boxes of these graham crackers, should you be looking to do the entire dessert with this one cracker. So if you were interested in just using the cracker that I'm working on right now, then maybe you would look at using or doing half of this dessert. So that way you're stuck to just 2 boxes versus, you know, 4 to 5 boxes of crackers. That could get pretty expensive for such a simple dessert. The other thing that you could do is maybe count out how many you would need for your top and save the solid pieces for your top, and then use some of the broken pieces for your bottom layer. That could potentially be an opportunity. Okay, so that's a look at our dessert with a bottom layer of graham, half of our pudding mixture, another layer of graham, our pudding mixture, our final layer of graham crackers, and now we will work on the chocolate top for it. Okay, so now we're going to work on the chocolate topping portion of our recipe. So to start, I'm going to take my 1.5 cups of sugar-free powdered sugar, and I'm going to cut it with 1 tablespoon of vegan butter. And I'm just going to cut my butter into pieces out of my measure, and I'm just going to drop pieces of it into my powdered sugar. I'm then going to add my other ingredients. So I'm going to add my 2 teaspoons of Dolcetti's low glycemic sweetener. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then on the stovetop, I had melting my 2 ounces of the Reddy's unsweetened cacao. We're going to start mixing this together. I'm going to add my milk to that. So I'm going to add just a little bit more milk to that to make sure that this blends nicely and smoothly. And there have been times that I've actually just kept everything right on the stove top and melted it that way to ensure that the chocolate stays nice and smooth. Let's have just a little taste. It tastes very, very good. But I want to be able to pour this on top of my dessert, so I'm going to thin it out just a little bit more. My chocolate will definitely now pour onto the top. I want to say I used about 4 to 5 tablespoons of milk. So we definitely want this to have some movement. It does. To me, I'm worried it's a little still thick for me for the smaller pieces I have. If I were just doing the Annie's graham crackers, the larger graham crackers, then I would feel fine with it being able to smooth the top. But we'll go ahead, and this is designed to kind of get a solid surface. So I want to go ahead and get it on there right away. If you have a kid, definitely put that aside for them. I know my son is going to be like, are you really, Mom? Because this needs to set in the refrigerator for a few hours just to kind of set together. So definitely do give them some joy with that little piece right there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start slowly pouring it. And there's our Eclair. So we're going to set this in the refrigerator, allow it again to set for about 3 hours. I will come back and begrudgingly take a bite of it. It is sugar-free for the pudding. Even with the whipped topping, I cannot call this a sugar-free dish. This has some modification of sugar taken out of it. I will work on a sugar-free one for us sugar-free people. I am sad that I did not do a dessert that met the Super Bowl with a weight loss option, sugar-free kind of focus, but here's the dessert for Super Bowl. Welcome back. So the Eclair has been in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 hours, and that's enough time to give it a really nice set. Only thing to do is have a little taste of it. And I must tell you, my son is right here. He's been asking me about every 30 minutes, can we try it now? Can we get it out? Can we try it? So I wanted him to come and try it on camera. He doesn't want to. So that's a-okay. Let's start with this side over here. This side is that gluten-free type cracker side, so made out of seeds and nuts. And then this side over here is going to be the standard just Annie's graham cracker crackers. I'm going to just use a spoon since I'm cutting such a small piece. So that's what that dessert looks like. So you have that graham cracker and then the filling in between, hence the name of like an Eclair. So I think I'm going to hand this plate to my son and let him do the taste test. There you go, honey. So now that side, I don't remember anymore. I think that's the gluten-free side. What do you think?
Good.
You like it? Are you happy? Finally, you got an Eclair. Do you want to try the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference in taste? Just by the graham cracker? No difference in the taste of the graham cracker? Can you tell that Mom used a sugar-free pudding? You don't have an aftertaste to it? Okay.
I have more.
Here's my bite. That's really good. I just realized that he asked for more. This is for tomorrow. How can we walk into an event with it already cut?
They won't notice. People will miss.
Okay, I will deal with my precious son. Here's the dessert. I do hope you guys enjoy. As always, I'm super excited that you can join me for my videos. Please do like, subscribe, share. I am trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers, so if you like the content and you know others are looking for like ingredients, recipes, or content, please do ask them to take a look and perhaps they will subscribe as well. I hope you have a great Super Bowl. I hope the foods that you do set before you are healthy, makes you able to enjoy the game, and perhaps enjoy these recipes for another day or event. As always, my best wishes for you, your health, your well-being. Take care, and I'll see you again here soon. Bye for now.
I like that side.
You like this side?
Or how do I know what side it was? I don't know.
This side was the last bite you had.
Oh, that side.
You like this side? Wow. So he likes the gluten-free side better than his favorite graham cracker. And he was telling me, I don't want that graham cracker. I want this one. So that's something.